Hi guys, welcome to the CATWay. So in this video, we are going to solve our daily set. And before we begin, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Now the set that we have today is that the following table, this gives a summary of interview calls that has been sent out to the students by 4 institute A, B, C and L. For example, from among the students who have calls from Institute C, the number of students with exactly 3 interview calls is 210. And the number of students with exactly 2 interview calls is 150. And there are 150 students who have received calls from all the 4 institutes. Okay, chalo. So this has been given to us, and the bar graph, it gives you the total number of seats in each institute and the number of students who have received interview calls from these institutes. Okay, so guys, the first thing that we need to find out is that how many people got single interview calls, because that data has not been given to us. Okay, we know about 4 calls, 3 calls, 2 calls, okay, and 1 call. Okay, chalo, let's fill the data. Okay, so for 4 calls, it has been given that there are 150 students who have got 4 calls. Okay, 150 students who have got 4 calls. For 3 calls, we know that 230 from here, 220, 210 and 180. Okay, this is 140, 120, 150 and 170. Okay, now guys, what you know is, let's talk about A. The int A, total number of calls that have been sent is 600. Okay, out of 600, there are 150 people who have received 4 calls. Take, there are 230 people who have received 3 calls, and there are 140 people who have received 2 calls. So when you, from total number of calls, if you remove the people who got 4, 3 and 2 calls, you will get the number of people who got just one single call, and that will be 80. So the correct answer over here is 80. And on the similar lines, we will calculate it for others, which will be 310, 190 and 400. Okay. Okay, now coming to the questions. Okay, the first question is that how many students received exactly one interview call. So just the summation of this, that is 980. Take. Second question, the total number of students, the total number of seats in the 4 institutes as a percentage of total number of individuals with interview calls from these institutes. So now you have to find the individuals with these calls from all institutes. Okay, so people with 4 calls, we know that there are 150 students, 150 people who have got 4 calls. When you talk about 3 calls, guys, okay, so you have been given, let's for A, you have been given, there are 230 people who have been given calls from 3 institutes in total, that is A plus 2 other institutes. Okay, so let's say there is a person Bhalinder. Okay, now that person has been called for A, B and C. Okay, so that person will be counted in A ka 3 calls. Okay, that is that person got 3 calls from 1 call from A. Okay, and he has got 2 more calls. Okay, so 3 calls ke range mein he is falling into. Okay, so that means that person is counted when you are writing that people from A who got 3 calls, he is being counted over there. And when you're writing for B, for the people who got 3 calls, he's also counted over there. Okay, so that means in all these values, every person has been counted thrice. So the total number of calls, if you see, have been given as to 840, but this is because every person has been called thrice. Every person has been counted thrice. Okay, so the actual number of people is 840 by 3, that is 280 people. And the same logic for A, the total over here is 580, but every person is counted twice. Okay, every person is counted twice. So the actual number of 2 calls given are is 290. Okay, so 290. And for 1 call, we have already calculated that 980 people are there. Okay, so the total over here comes out to 1700. Okay, now the number of seats are 200 plus 250, 450, 450 plus 500, 950. So 950 are the seats and 1700 people have been called. So the percentage is 55.9. Okay, so the correct answer is option number C, 55.9. Okay, now coming to the third one. Okay, now coming to the third one. Okay, chalo. What does the third question tells you? So it says that the number of students who got interview calls from both A and L cannot exceed. Okay, now you see people who have got calls from both A and E. Okay, so the people who got 4 calls, okay, there are 150 people, and all these 150 people have received calls from A and L. Okay, all these 150 people have received calls from A and L. Okay, now come to the people who have got 3 calls. ठीक है, and you have to identify that how many people got from A and B. ठीक, okay. चलो, one thing that we will do is, ठीक है, one thing that we can do is कि okay, let's say the number of people who have got interview calls from A, B and C, ठीक है, their value is X. The number of people who have got calls from A, B and L, ठीक है, who have got calls from A, B and L, they are Y. ठीक है, number of people who have got calls from B, C, L, ठीक है, number of people who have got calls from B, C and L is equal to Z, and the number of people who have got calls from A, C and L, ठीक है, are W. ठीक है, now people from got call from ABC, ABL, BCL and ACL. ठीक है, we know that the sum of all these people is 280. ठीक है, we know that the sum of all these people is 280 because one person who has got calls from ABC has not been counted over here, right? So that person, so ABC में जाने वाले plus ABL में plus BCL में और ACL. When you combine all these people, the total has been, we have already calculated from here, that is 280 people. ठीक है, now guys, what we know is that people who got calls from A, ठीक है, people who have got calls from A, ठीक है, now those people are present over here and over here. ठीक है, so what we know is that X plus Y plus W का value will be 230. Now the people who have been in B, so their value will be X plus Y plus Z and the total will be 220. Right? Then you have people from C, so that will be X plus Z plus W and that value will be 210, and people of L will be Y plus Z plus W, Y plus Z plus W and their value is 180. Okay, so this is what we have. The total number of people who have got calls is 280. Okay, people who got ABL, okay, who got BCL and who got ACL. So these people, let's say, will be counted from this is not D, this is L. From L wala part, these people have been distributed. Okay, from L wala part, these people have been distributed. Like some people from 180 people got called 3 calls. Okay, now some have come over here, some have come over here, and some have come over here. That is why the summation of these, this is 180. Okay, similarly from A, there are 230 people, some have gone here, some are into this category and some are into this category, but the summation of the 3 categories is 230 is what we know. Okay, now guys, when we know these values, it's pretty easy for us to calculate the individual values of X, Y, Z and W. Okay, so from here, solving these equations, we can easily find the value of X, Y and W. How? X, Y, W and Z. How? You know, X, Y plus W is 230. Okay, whereas if Z was included, its value is 280. So what we know is that the value of Z turns out to be equal to 50. So the value of Z is 50. Okay, then you see the people X, Y plus Z is 220, whereas if W is included, it's 280. So that means W ka value is 60. Okay, similarly from here, Y ka value will turn out to be 70. Okay, Y ka value will turn out to be 70 and your X ka value will turn out to be equal to 100. Okay, now the people who have got calls from both A and L. Okay, so there is no out of these 100 people, no one has got called from A and L because they have got called from A, B and C. Similarly for the second one, if you see, so A and L both are here. So these 70 people have got calls from both A and L. And similarly, these 60 people have got calls from both A and L. So in total, out of the people who got 3 calls, okay, out of them, there are 70 plus 60, that is 130 people who have got calls from both A and L. Okay. So let's remove this. Okay, now we know that from the people who got 3 calls, there are 130 people who have got calls from both A and L. And the same logic, guys, will be applied into 2 calls. Okay, people with 2 calls. Okay, how will you apply the same logic? Now, guys, what we can say is, okay, chalo, what we can say is, let's say the number of people who got calls from, now there are 6 pairs, right? AB, okay, AC and AL. Then we have BC and we have BL and we have CL. So let's say these people are X, these are Y, these are Z. Okay, या चलो XYZ नहीं करते हैं, ABC कर लेते हैं. ठीक है, so AB वाले यार ये, ठीक है, B, C, D, E and F. So these people are represented as A, B, C, D, E plus F. Okay, now guys, one thing that we know is that the summation of all these people, is 580. Sorry, the summation of all these people is 290. Okay, why? Because see, out of the people, 290 people who were given two calls, okay, there are 290 people who have been given two calls. Some of them have called calls from AB, and now no person, the people who have been counted as calls from AB, they're not going to be repeated anywhere, right? So the summation of all this is 290. So A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F is equal to 290. Okay, this is equal to 290. Take. After that, guys, what we know is that chalo, let me remove some data. What can we remove? Chalo, theek hai, let's see how we will find space. So what we know is, guys, that the people who have got calls from see, there are 140 people in A. Okay. Now some people got calls from AB, so that is A. Some people got from AC, that is B, and some from L. So A plus B plus C ka value is given to you as 140. Okay. Similarly, A plus D plus E. Okay. A plus D plus E ka value has been given to you as 120. Why? There are 120 people who have been called in B and who have got calls from other colleges as well. So people who got calls from B and A will be A. People who got calls from B and C will be D, and people who got calls from B and L will be E. Okay. So what you have is A plus D plus E, and all these people in together are 120, right? Now we have two more equations formed, that is from C. So people from C have gone to A, that is B. So AC wala combo. Then you have BC wala combo, that is D, and you have CL wala combo, that is F. Take. So this value is 150. And then 170 people from L. So some have gone to have calls from A, that is C. Some have from B, that is E, and some have from C, that is F. And this total value is 170. Okay, this total value is equal to 170. And now what you have to maximize is that the number of people who have got calls from A and L, that is we have to maximize the value of C. Okay, what you have to do is you have to maximize the value of C. Okay. Now guys, if you see that A plus B plus C ka value is 140. Okay, A plus B plus C ka value is 140. Okay. That means C ka maximum value could be 140. C cannot cross 140 ka mark. Okay. C is not able to cross 140 ka mark. And if we have C is equal to 140, we will have A and B equal to 0. Okay. We will have A and B equal to 0. Okay. Okay. Now what we have is C. So in that case, what will happen is that D plus E will be 120. Similarly, D plus F will be 150. Take it. D plus F will be 150. And you know that C is equal to 140. Now in this the case that we are considering, so E plus F ka maximum value will be 30. Take it. E plus F ka maximum value will be 30. Take. Now guys, if you solve for these three only, take it, if you solve only for these three, what do we get? Take it. What do we get is, see, in these cases, what the thing that can happen is that you can have E is equal to 0. Okay, you will be having E equal to 0. In that case, F will be equal to 30. Okay, and in that case, D will be equal to 120. Okay, and no condition is being violated. Okay, no condition is being violated. So yes, we can have the people who have got called two calls and the calls are from A and L as C. We can have them as the maximum value of 140. So these are the people who have got calls from maximum people number of people who have got calls from both A and L. Okay. So the total is 15 plus 14, 29, 29 plus 13 is 42. So 420 is the maximum number of people who can have got calls from both A and L. So the correct answer will be option number A, 420. So this was again a pretty good set, guys, and hope you have understood the set well. Thanks for watching the video.